Thug 2 came out. I played it when it was first out and I enjoyed it, but it was the game was fading for me, and I didn't love, I guess, the direction the game was going in, and then Thor came out, and I think that was it. I just called it quits. So it was around the time Thor came out. CEO, the guy that ran the website with me, he was the same, and we paid for this website, out of our own pockets, or we really, it was kind of our baby, and CEO and I didn't want to run it if we weren't passionate about it. So we wanted to end on a high, and rather we wanted to quit while it was ahead, rather than just have it slowly die over time. So we thought we'd close it, and we did. And then I went away and you know did the whole life thing, and it was during that time that I think what was his name? What was it? I think that Tice. It was Tice. That's
Okay,
right.
okay.
Yeah, I think he coded it. I don't remember what KSK's involvement was, but he definitely did stuff. He created a wiki at some stage. But yeah, I think they came to me and they said they want to recreate it, and I was totally fine with that. I was kind of chuffed. I was like, "Oh, you want to recreate it? That's really cool." And yeah, I'd be happy for you to do that. And so they had the Get Theirs on there, and they had some. I think they might have got to GT 300, Get There 3. So that's 300 challenges. I think they got to on the website, and there was always that long running leaderboard there on stage that show the person who had won the most times.
Yeah, are you current on anything? Like, do you look at anything? I mean, you're totally hands off at this point. You have been for a while, huh?
Yeah, I don't play any video games. I got to a certain age where I can't be playing video games to this level this much, and so I thought the right thing to do as an adult, stop playing video games, which is kind of stupid because I know how many people play in their 20s and 30s now. But yeah, after quitting, I never went back to it. I bought a Nintendo Wii at some stage but that was more like I bought it to be like a bit of a casual thing, play with people when they came over, or what have you. But no, I never wanted to get that involved in a game again. Yeah, I'd love to play. I'd love to come on and play for a bit, and I'm not anti that. I just don't nowadays. I just don't have time. I'm just so busy with work. But I'd love to come on and play. If I ever get the chance, I'll definitely do that. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Steve got me online for a couple hours.
So, have you met any of the Tony Hawk players in real life? You ever
Yes,
kick it? Yeah, who was that and when?
I met Bad Ace. So I went to uh, I went to do some work in Canada. It's probably 20 years ago now, 15, 20 years ago. And from Canada, we flew over to New York for some trade show, and I knew Bad Ace was there. So um, yeah, reached out to him and caught up with him. Went to what was it, Brooklyn? I think he's in Brooklyn. If
Wow.
anyone wants to track him down, and yeah, went there, played some Thor with him and his friend, and that was pretty cool. That was definitely pretty cool. And so yeah, I've met Bad Ace. That was kind of scary, by the way, to catch the train home from Brooklyn to New York, or whatever it was.
I'll
Kind of
bet.
scary.
Yeah, how old were you
Yeah,
at that time? Do you remember?
I was probably about 20 something. Probably about 20.
Oh, okay.
I'm still best friends. Dyslexic, so we chat, every week or two. Or sometimes we'll have breaks of longer, but I mean, I'd consider him. I'd consider him my best friend. So,
But you met him in real
and
life,
yeah,
or
yeah, I went and stayed with him for I think 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Went and stayed with him in Chicago. That was probably about 6 years ago. So we went out, partied it up, and um, we played some Tony Hawk. We did manage to get online TLT reunion. I remember Fate was there, and everyone kind of changed their name to be in line with dyslexic. So it was, I think, Fate renamed his handle to Fizz or something, Fizzlexic, something like that.
Right.
I got a picture of it somewhere, but so yeah, I've definitely met Joe. His name's Joe. Good.
But kind of going back to Tony Hawk 4 quick. So you
Mm.
liked KOTH quite a bit. Were there any KOTHers that stood out to you at that time other than Devolution?
Dyslexic. He was really good, but he didn't play a whole lot. But like Devolution was probably the first KOTH specialist.
Yeah.
So it was the best players at KOTH were generally the best players. But now it's probably a little bit different. Probably got some specialists. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Orb was very good. Orbital Shock. Shout out.
Yeah, so you think Dev was probably the best King of the Hiller at the time? Devolution.
He had the best moves. He wasn't the
Yeah.
he wasn't the hardest player I had played, but yeah, like he would beat me, but I would beat him too. Yeah, dyslexic. I struggled to beat him. He was really good, and Andy as well was really good.
Yeah, cool. Since we're still on 4, do you recall any of the whoring scene? Did you ever follow the whoring scene? Because you were mainly improv, but did you know any really good horrors? Do you recall anyone who was like the first to bill and then the first to 2 bill? Nothing like that.
All I know is that Draco was the best horror at the start of the game. When the game first came out, he was killing the leaderboards, and then he stopped caring, and I stopped caring along with him. Like I didn't that leaderboard got taken over by someone called Kaya's. But while Draco was around, he couldn't touch Draco. So, but then when Draco wasn't there, like it kind of tainted the whole leader. You know, for the players, like the best players at the time, we just didn't care about that. But I do think Draco was the first to get a billion. I think he did that, and that's probably once he did that, he kind of moved on to other stuff like improv and no manuals. That core group of players that were like Andy and Fake Shady and Draco, we all really kind of abandoned that whole thing pretty hardcore. So yeah.